Just got one dog out today, Spud. He's the oldest. Just giving him a little alone time. That pup stays on him all the time. So he's a little old and crotchety. I thought we'd take him out for a couple days and let him run by himself. And yeah, he's having fun. 17 degrees this morning, and I think it's October 27th or 28th. First coating of snow. Feels like November 28th, but I'll take it. Anytime I can have snow, much better for the dogs, better running. So this morning, I opened up the door at camp, and a foot away from the door on the little stoop there is a set of snowshoe hare tracks. I don't know what he was trying to tell me, he or she, but they almost just looked like they knocked on the door last night. Good thing Spud didn't wake up and smell that, or I would have had problems inside the camp. But anyways, that was quite a surprise to see that right outside the door. I'll try to put the picture I took of it here on the video. It's a great morning because in the distance, up on one of the mountains, I can hear a pack of bighorns. It must be running coyotes or a bear. But the sound is really nice, and Spud's barking, and you know, I think people that run dogs or around dogs, they know that half the fun is just listening to the barks and the excitement, and just sitting back and listening to that on a nice, clear, cold morning like this. There's no wind blowing. It's just beautiful. Unfortunately, I think in a couple of days it's going to warm up, melt it away, but what can we expect in October? Hopefully we get it back again early November and it stays, and we can have all winter, have lots of fun running these Beagles and making videos. Spud already ran one this morning about 4,000 yards up over this mountain and down the backside and up in a valley, and oh my God, it was awful. Because I went out there chasing him for some dumb reason. He finally lost him and came back, but whew, I warmed up in a hurry. I'd rather have the rabbits that stay close, but some of them, for some reason, they want to run a long ways. I don't know what it is. This time of year, they seem to do it. In the spring, they seem to do it. I think the deeper snow helps a little bit, but that was a long run. Well, it wasn't so long as it was steep and just nasty conditions. And I would have shot him if I could have seen him, but I didn't. So we're back here on even ground now, and he's on one. And hopefully this one doesn't take off, but I'll let you know. So here's where I am. And that blue squiggly line is where Spud's running. There's Spud right up there. See that dog? Yeah, that's Spud. Now, these lines are where he ran before. What we want to see happen is, see, he's starting to turn a little bit. Hopefully, he started that rabbit right where I am. Hopefully that rabbit's going to turn and come back here, just like that, and I can video him. That's what we're hoping for, so we'll see. Good size bear track this morning. About. Probably thinking it's too early for snow. So we're gonna pack up here and move to another spot. Coming out here was as much about coming out for a couple of days was as much about finding different areas to hunt. So we're gonna move to a different spot. Spud's gonna be very mad, as he always is when I make him get in the truck and move. He'll forget about it when we stop at the next spot, and I let him out again. What do you think, Spud? You ready to go on to another spot? Of course, you know, you might have to have a little treat because you did so good in this spot, though. Oh, his favorite. That's his favorite. Plain donut. That's his absolute favorite. Yeah. You want a little more, Spud? There you go. That's it. He had some water. Now we're going on to the next spot and see what we find. It's kind of odd. This place has perfect look. It just has everything. And you would think it would just be loaded with rabbits, but it's not. And he's running one, but I'm walking along, I'm just not seeing a lot of sign. And granted, it's only been one night, but one night of snow. But I like where we just came from, there were tracks everywhere. Yeah, this place is a little odd. We'll have to keep exploring. Maybe they're just on the downswing. There's some tracks here. But yeah, you'd expect to see a lot more. I always think about what my dad used to say, one rabbit makes a lot of tracks. So you think sometimes you're seeing where a lot of rabbits live, but one rabbit makes a lot of tracks, so you got to keep on looking for a lot of tracks, a lot of tracks. So this may be a spot to come back to. But right now, I'm not seeing enough to bring a pack of dogs in here. Sometimes what happens is the dogs, or dog in this case, will run a rabbit to a spot where there are more rabbits. Seems like that might have happened up here. Quite a bit of sign as you get higher. I'm just following this spot along here. As most of you probably can tell, I'm not out here to shoot my limit of rabbits. If I wanted to do that, I'd have my 4 dogs and we'd shoot my limit. But I have more fun just hunting and videoing. And believe me, we shoot rabbits. When I'm in a mood, I shoot the rabbit. If he aggravates me and runs him half a mile, yeah, I usually shoot him. But today, we're just looking, having fun listening to Spud bark. Trying to find, I want to find that spot where I can finally say, this is the best rabbit spot I've ever seen in my life. I've never found it. Maybe I never will, but this is a nice spot, don't get me wrong, nice view, about 2,800 feet elevation, but the secret is rabbits. It's got to have rabbits. It's got some, but I don't think it's my best spot. So we just, I did what I hate doing. I called Spud back. This mountain was getting steeper and steeper and thicker and thicker. And of course that rabbit was going to go right up it. And he went a ways, but I didn't have a mind to climb that thing this morning. I already did that earlier. So I gave Spud I toned him on his collar. 2 tones, 2 beeps. He turned right around like he always does, came right back. And if you're standing near, like I was on his trail where he was running, he came right down that trail. If I'm away, and I know I'm not near his path, I just blow my whistle when he gets close, and he comes right to me. And how's that for a dog? You know, he's a great dog. Come on, Spud. Let's go out this way. Come on, Spud. Come on, buddy. Going to the next spot. Come on. Come on, Spud. Come on, Spud. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. You're a good boy. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here and say hi. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. All right. Here we go. We're going to walk back to the truck. Come on, Spud. The other thing with these dogs, never use a leash. I walk 4 dogs now, right out of the woods without a leash. I tell them it's time to go home. That's what we do. I always say the same thing. Time to go home. And we go home. I don't believe in leashes. I don't want a dog pulling me. I don't want to be pulling him around trees. They have to be trained to all moose tracks. Looks like the moose were having a little interaction here last night. Could have been two bulls. Maybe a bull and a cow. Something was going on. There's a lot of disturbance in this little area. So, yeah, so I don't believe in leashes. At least I don't want to believe in them, because I know sometimes I carry one in case of an emergency. But I really like the dogs to come out of the woods. And I have to speak to him occasionally. Occasionally, Scouty, he does not want to stop. And we'll give him a little tickle. I've actually had to do that before. Give him a little tickle because he just wants to keep running. But I still do not use a leash. And he, for the most part, comes. Copper's great. He comes. Spud comes. And the puppy's learning pretty good too. She's following. So we walk right out of the woods when it's time to go home. That's the goal. And now, so this is our second stop this morning. I don't know what time it is. I think it's around lunchtime. We're going to go to another spot. And I think Spud's starting to catch on to this starting and stopping. Normally, I got a low battery lights on. Normally we just let them out run for 4 or 5 hours and go home. But I think I told you this trip, this past few days has been more about scouting. So we're just going into places, running, checking, and so it's all new to Spud because he hasn't run by himself in a long time. I think he's having fun. Spud, you having fun? Spud, you having fun? Yeah. Yep, he's having fun. So one of the best things I really enjoy about being out in the back of the woods is when you meet somebody, they're usually great people. I guess they're always great people. I've never met anybody that isn't. I just met two guys, excuse me, they were taking a ride, and they're a little older than me. One is, I don't know, my age, a little older, but they're all taking a ride, and great guys, and they really know the area. And so I told them I'm looking for rabbit country, and they said, they know where there's rabbit country. And I said, can I follow you? And they said, absolutely, we're going to take you right there. And I said, great. So right now we're bouncing along these dirt roads, and I'm following them. So there is one thing, though, I did want to talk about that's very, very important. And I'm going to mention it as much as I possibly can. It's about hound dogs in general. A lot of people, for some reason, think that if you have hound dogs, they have to live outside, they have to live in a cage, they have to live on a chain. I don't know why they think it. They just don't know, I guess. But I am here to teach you. We have, hopefully, show you, teach you, I don't know what the correct is. We have 3 properties that our Beagles go to. 2 camps and a home. And we have what's called the invisible fence. It can be underground or it can lay on the ground. It doesn't really matter. I like it just laying right on the ground because it's easy to find if there's something wrong. But the company actually, try that again, we have to make a tight turn. So the invisible fence company that I use, trust me, I have no stock in this. I just, nobody watches my videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm hoping that somebody, even if just one person watches this and learn. I get the invisible fence to come. They guarantee the product. Now, people say, oh, hound dogs, you can't keep them in. That is absolute nonsense. My 4 Beagles at home roam 4 acres. They go in and out whenever they please. They never, ever cross that line. You don't even need flags once they learn. I take them up to camp. They've seen rabbits sitting on the other side of the fence. They do not cross the line. Now, and people think they get shocked all the time. They get shocked maybe one time, but you can avoid that. Hunters can, or anybody for that matter. What I do is I use my GPS, and when I get a new dog or pup, I put the GPS collar on them, and I let them walk around the yard, and I have all the flags up showing where the fence is, the underground fence. And when they get close to it, I beep them, and I call them back and say no, show them, and I keep wiggling the fence. And you do that for a few weeks. Just use the GPS and control them with the GPS so they don't get shocked. And then after a few weeks, they've already caught on to what the area is. And once in a great while, in the beginning, they slip, and especially if I'm on the other side of the fence, and they'll get a shock. But I'll tell you, it doesn't happen more than once. And for that little bit of downside, they have a life of absolute pleasure. And there's nothing like having a hound dog that can go outside and dig holes and chase squirrels and chase chipmunks and do what hound dogs are supposed to do. And 3 or 4 beagles, they have, I have to think now, I don't know, 2 or 3 different ways out of the house. They have a tunnel to get them out of the house. And they roam around the 4 acres at home, and they love every minute of it. And I don't have to take them for a walk. I don't have to feel sorry for them living in a cage. At night, they're in the house. They have their own beds. It's a great life. And you know what the best part is? It's easy. It's so super simple. You don't have to build a kennel. You don't have to listen to dogs bark in a kennel. All you need is a stupid little invisible fence. And I'm here to tell you it works every single time. So if one person, and I hope more, but if one person could try it, call me up. I don't care. Send me a message. I'll tell you who to go see, or use anybody you want. I don't care. It's just so good for the dogs. It really is. It's just, every dog should have it. Every house should have it that has a dog. And so the dog can roam around free and enjoy life the way dogs are meant to. When I grew up, all dogs were free. They ran around. And I mean, I know you can't do that now, but clearly you can have the invisible fence. And that's a great life for dogs. So please talk to me about it. Talk to anybody about it. Or just plain give it a try. Like I said, if you go to Invisible Fence, I know there's other companies, maybe they do the same thing, but Invisible Fence guarantees it. If it doesn't work, you get your money back. I don't know of anybody that ever had to go to that extreme. It always works on every single dog. So, good luck. Well, we're back at camp after that bumpy video you just watched. I was sorry about that, but the road was kind of bumpy. We had a great day, a couple of good runs with Spud, found a couple of new spots, and definitely want to give a shout out to 2 guys I met way out in the backwoods, Larry and David. They took the time to drive me through some really fine country and found a ton of new rabbit spots, and really followed them around all afternoon and had a wonderful time. And I really wanted to thank them because they went out of their way to do that. And hoping I can meet up with them again soon. A couple of nice guys, and interested in hearing about their experiences up here. Sounds like they've had a lot of them. So that's it for this video. Until the next one, we'll see you again soon.